Tragedies are commonplace. All kinds of diseases. People are slipping away. The economy's down. People can't get enough pay. As for me, all I can say is thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. Folks without homes, living out in the streets, and the drug addicts, some say they understand me. Muggers and robbers, no place seems to be safe. But you give my protection every step of the way. Thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. It could have been me. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Grab your contractor's notebook, your favorite beverage, your business bestie. If you're driving, be cautious. If you're sitting down, you're making breakfast, turn up the volume. We have something to talk about this morning, and I'm quite sure you're noticing the new moniker. That's okay. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing this morning? And welcome to this morning's edition of Mindset Matters. Yes, we're doing a little something different this morning. So, we're still empowering, we're still giving you information to help you secure, manage, and succeed in government contracting. And you can't do any of that if you don't manage your mind. So, mindset matters. I am asking everyone within the sound of my voice to do me a favor and just tag a business partner and let them know that I'm live. I'm not going to be on live this long this morning, but we need to talk about the power of partnerships. I'm going to say it again. The power of partnerships. For those of you who can see the descriptions, TikTok, you can't see it. I understand. But everyone else, for those of you who can see the description, I quoted my mentor who says you don't go as far as your dream, you go as far as your team. And when I first joined his mentorship program, I felt that was a powerful and freeing statement. I didn't understand it fully at the time, but it was still a powerful and freeing statement. Most people are led to believe if you have a strong dream, if you have a strong work ethic, if you do all the things, stay up late at night, put in the work, drive, then you will achieve what you're looking for. When the truth is, the dream or the vision has to be written plainly. You have to write it all down. You have to get it out of your head so you can lay out a blueprint. That is true. But you have to have an effective, efficient team behind you who can follow this well laid out, well crafted plan. That is also true. It's a two-part formula for success. A well crafted vision that is written plainly, and a solid team that can carry it out. So, the power of team and leads you to success. Your team is the cornerstone of your success. Now, what does your team look like? That's the conversation today. I remember when I sat down at my dining room table 15 years ago and started my company. Oh my God, it's been 15 years. And started my company. I made certain decisions, and I talk about it in my book, Keys to Government Contracting. What my company would look like, how it would operate, what I did not want in my organizational structure and my organizational environment, how I wanted my employees to feel when they came into work. I didn't want my employees to be like, oh my God, I'm going in there. All of those things were deliberate without consciously realizing I was putting effort into how my team would feel. I didn't realize that I subconsciously understood the power of my team. I just didn't know how to release the power of my team. Does that make sense to anybody? If it does, probably write in the comment, yes, that makes sense. Because unfortunately, people have teams and don't understand how to release the power of their teams. Therefore, they fumble the ball. And this still occurs in corporate America. Otherwise, we wouldn't have all this talk around quiet quitting and people checking out and all this other stuff. There was a time in this country where companies, employees partner together There were times in this country where when a company was having hard times and the employees said, look, you can't pay us, but we still come to work. And as a response, the company ownership paid out stock during that time. And for those who don't believe me, just go look at corporate history. Corporate history wasn't always full of greed. It was full of partnerships because those corporate leaders understood the power of your team. And they knew how to activate that team. And they understood loyalty was two ways. They understood the power of two-way loyalty. Somewhere we started with this ideology of it's all about the founder and forgot about the team. And as you enter rooms, when you start to found your company and you enter better rooms, not the free 99s and the $49.99 rooms, but you start investing at a higher level, you start to hear that messaging again. That you have to activate your team and understand their buy-in from their level, your buy-in at your level. And you hear that messaging again, because what I began to realize and I began to understand was it's a repeat of an old message that should have never gone away. That there is power in the team. You just have to activate it. You don't go as far as your dream. You go as far as your team. Because if your team doesn't carry your dream, the dream doesn't go anywhere. You can work all day and all night. You can work yourself into an early grave, and your dream will never go anywhere. I hope this is resonating with somebody. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. I hope you read what I write and you pick up what I'm putting down. There's power in your team, and you have to activate that power. Understanding where each member of the team goes, that you have to reevaluate that sometimes, because where they start isn't necessarily where they finish. Having that forward vision, because you are the vision carrier. You are the dream maker. But understanding where your team goes and where they start the day, as the vision progresses, as the dream progresses, you can see where the team members progress in the dream or the vision. And they may start out here and they go over there. Because your team should advance as a part of the dream, because they are the dream carrier. I'm still not finished talking about who's on your team, but I need you to help walk with me. Your dream carrier or your team also consists of mentors, coaches, consultants. You are the picture, and the picture can never see the frame. You can't see yourself. Like that diploma can't see the frame that it's in. It just knows that it's framed. So the job of the consultant, the job of the mentor, the job of the coach is to come in and see the things that you can't see because you're too close to it. I have an episode on my podcast, Contractors Conversation, where I talk about the difference between a mentor and a coach. I'm actually going to revisit that conversation because people do not value the contribution they make to the team. Remember yesterday I talked to you about the how. You're trying to answer how, and the answer to how is often who. And your who, mentor, your who, a coach, your who, a consultant, who have know-how, who have skills, who contain things that you necessarily wouldn't hire with on your team on a full-time basis. And even if you have that skill in-house, it's always good to have somebody come from the outside to come in to do a skills check. You know, accountants have accountants, lawyers have lawyers. Leadership should have leadership coaches. Trainers should have training coaches. I'm just saying. So there is power in your team when you activate it. But leaders, business founders, decision makers, thought leaders, you have to activate the team. You have to say, I have the vision, I have the dream. Nobody's taking that from you. But until you activate a team around you, all you're doing is having a dream. All you're doing is wearing yourself out. That's all you're doing. Pick that dream up. Pick that vision up. Write it, make it plain, and give it to a team to run with it. Because you only go as far as your team. Your team can see things, can add perspectives that a lot of times you can't see because it's your baby. I remember when I first started in business, I was following this coach, and she used to use this ugly baby analogy. I know she's still coaching. I just don't ever see her online as much. And she used to use this ugly baby analogy. And our businesses as founders are our babies. We see our businesses for what they are. We birthed them, we're growing them, we're nurturing them. One of my companies is 15 years old in March, and the other one will be 10 years old in April, May. I nurtured these babies, and one of them is newly born. I'm nurturing these babies. These are my babies. I will never call my babies ugly. So it's up to the consultant or the coach to come in and say, honey, your baby is ugly. You need to fix some things. The power of the team. It's up to the person that I'm bringing into my team to say, yeah, your baby is cute, but have you ever thought about putting a different outfit on the baby or implementing a different system? The power of the team. Because you're so caught up in the cuteness, you're missing ways to optimize and implement new things. I just wanted to share that with you this morning as we activate our ideas. Build yourself a power team. Excuse me. Build yourself a core a nebulous nexus. Build yourself a power team, because your dream can only go so far if you're carrying it by yourself. Even if that team is only built upon part-time help, even if that team is only built upon consultants, mentors,
Even if that team is, I'm not even going to say that because that is not a team. Build a team to help you carry your dream, because you can only go as far as your dream will take you, as long as you have a powerful team that you activate. And with that, I bid you good day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. I also want to drop in your spirit. There's some things going on in California. We know about the California fires. Keep those families in prayer. If you want to donate to organizations, do some vetting. That's also the power of a team. They can help you vet. Do some vetting of the organizations you donate to, and keep the people in California with the wildfires out there in prayer, because it's going to take a lot to rebuild from that. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm your host, Luciana Turner, the founder of the LT&A Consulting Group. Have an amazing day.